We arrived at the cruise port in Sandnessjoen and explored on our own. They had a free shuttle bus from the cruise dock to the main part of town. If you want to travel around on the local buses, you'll need Norwegian krona, or you can download this app in advance that you can use on the buses throughout Norway. The most popular attraction is the Seven Sisters mountain range. You can hike through them or just get a view of it from the hilltop. This office building symbolizes the Norwegian legend about the Seven Sisters. There were 7 beautiful troll sisters who were being chased by an admiring male troll from across the bay. And as folklore warns, if trolls stay out all night and see the daylight, they'll turn to stone. So these 7 sisters met their fate when the sun rose. They turned to stone and formed the Seven Sisters mountain range. You can get a view of the Seven Sisters if you head up to the hilltop where the TV tower is. There's a pathway, and you'll also discover a fort and turret with small tunnels that you can explore. In town, there are museums, shops, restaurants, and statues of some of the famous historic Vikings, as this town was the most powerful chiefdom in northern Norway. A street was named after Torolv Kveldolfsson, a famous Viking who lived here and was the first exporter of stockfish from the north. There's also a historic building and museum called Torolvstien, where you can learn more about the Viking history and see how they lived back then. There's a statue of Sigrid of Sandnes. She was an important woman who was part of the power struggles in the Viking era 1,000 years ago. They have murals in town that reflect life in Sandnessjoen. The artwork is inspired by the local children. There's a statue of Peter Das. He was a priest and a poet, the most well-known of his generation in the 17th century. There's a museum 10 miles south of Sandnessjoen, named after him. The building is a landscraper. Unlike a skyscraper, the building crawls along the ground and integrates into the landscape. There's a preserved medieval church next to the museum that you can also tour. There are about 6,000 people that live in Sandnessjoen. We walked around and saw some of their homes. Interesting, an automatic lawnmower cleaning up the yard. Very impressive how neat and perfect the wood is stacked. We stopped at a cafe for some pastry and coffees, then headed back to our ship. From the top deck, we had a nice view of the Helgeland Bridge, modern and elegant. It connects to the mainland of Norway. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more travel tours and tips.